So, okay. Ready action? Okay, great. So our last speaker for today is Thorsten S. Wiedemann. What is the S actually for?
Storno.
Storno, yeah. So known also alias Storno on I think Twitter and a lot of other social media platforms. He will talk about a very special experience, being 48 hours in VR, using the HTC Vive. I think it was the first dev kit. And he was joined also by somebody you already know, Sarah. She was his VR shaman. So, but without further ado, Thorsten, please come up on the stage. Sarah, you maybe as well, right? Yes. Oh, Thorsten, okay. And Thorsten will tell you how it is to be somewhere else for such a long time. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for inviting me. Super cool location. The pizza is coming probably
10 minutes.
So be excited. Before I start talking about Disconnected, and then definitely I'm going to bring Sarah on stage because she was best help ever, otherwise I would not make it for 48 hours. I'm Thorsten S. Wiedemann, founder and director of Amaze, so this looks like that. And about us, Amaze is founded 2008 in Berlin and is an international platform focusing on artistic and alternative games. I make a little bit of a difference. Actually, I started with independent games. Now I think it's time to overcome this and talk about artistic and alternative games at the interface of game design and VR. VR is, I just edited today, creative coding, technology, art, culture, and music. So what is Amaze doing? We are producing festivals, like the Amaze Festival in April. It's part of the International Games Week. So more about this later. And pop-up events, exhibitions, workshops in Berlin, in Johannesburg, São Paulo, Ramallah, Cluj, Moscow. This is kind of always changing. So because I'm traveling a lot with the Goethe Institute or Institut Français, they're inviting me to do some kind of pop-up events, game jams around the world, bringing people together, also finding talent in the game community. So, Amaze Berlin is Europe's biggest and most influential festival about independent and experimental video games and virtual reality. And this is funded by the Meeting Board, Berlin-Brandenburg, Ina Göring, thank you. And you also have to talk to her because when you are doing or you want to develop a VR experience, you should talk to Ina. Because she's from the Meeting Board, and maybe she gives you money when the project is good, right? Amaze Berlin takes place for the 5th time in April 20 to 23rd, 2016, and is the core event of the International Games Week. So there are different other events happening. Already it started on Monday and ends on Sunday. So, Amaze Berlin is a public event that invites thousands of visitors to discover the 20 nominees because we are also having a award show. We have an extra selection for VR experiences, alt controller games, local multiplayer games, and playful installations. Everything is happening in the Urban Spree. I just make a little bit of advertisement now to use this kind of moment. And we have concerts, and the game exhibition also is running during the concert, so also people who have no clue about the independent games and basically want to go to dance, they see, hey, there are games, so let's play games. Not dance, let's play games. And it's a kind of a nice mixture, and this lasts till 3 a.m. in the morning always, so it's a lot of fun, you definitely should visit it. So we also have the professional part, what is the conference. It's a conference with talks, workshops, and we have hyper talks and different other kind of stuff. You can go on the website and check out later. All the speakers. So we have an exhibition. New is the co-production market or the co-production village. What is something what I like to establish for the future because there's no market for especially artistic and experimental games. I think it's time to also kind of activate kind of an art house game market, what is usually none of the all game festivals or conventions you see this. Everything is kind of really business focused, but not really cultural and artistic focused. We have awards. We have 5 awards, also the VR award. The VR award is called the Other Dimensions Award. This year I think we have about 40 different entries for the VR. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's growing, and I just came back from GDC. I'm a little bit jet lagged, that's why I'm so funny. And yeah, VR is really, really growing. I mean, it's big. I mean, even at GDC, they just had one location somewhere in Moscone Center, very small one. I think it was just one track, and then they just started to switch it to another bigger location, to a bigger room, and it was still too small. I mean, it's really, really growing in the States. It's a big thing. The games, it's a game festival. I mean, it's a developer conference. And most of the stuff that was exhibited actually was VR. So of course you have the Independent Games Award and a lot of controller stuff, a lot of schools are exhibiting stuff, but most of the stuff was actually VR. So party. Yeah. And this is the flyer, so this is a nice, you can see, it's, what can you read? Can you read something in there? Hey, super cool. Yeah, and this, what is this? This is Disconnect logo, done by Zara. So, Disconnected, it was a 48 hours trip. I just bring you later on stage, or do you want to come now? Yeah. Please welcome on stage, Zara, Lisa Vogel. Yeah, the idea and concept, what was it? Sure.
You just called me someone before Christmas and said like, yeah, Sarah, I'm thinking about doing something with the Vive, so I got this really cool dev kit, and I really like VR, so you're really a VR enthusiast. And then it was just like, yeah, I want to do something. I want to do something really crazy, which people are wondering about, and I want to do something which stands out. And then I was like, okay, it's also the duration of VR, which is not out yet, and I should be in there like for really, really long. And then I told you about, oh, there's this Dr. Steinecke from Hamburg. He did already an experiment with being like 24 hours in VR, so it definitely has to be bigger than that. And
he had a lot of breaks. Frank had a lot of breaks in between.
Yeah, he had a lot of breaks, that's true. But it was still the number of 24 hours, so that has to be doubled. So I also said like, yeah, you can do that. You can definitely make it. If not you, who else could make it? So,
yeah, basically, thank you. Basically, the idea was really popping up when I had this Vive the first time in my hands, and also the lighthouses around me, and it was just a great experience because I mean that you can walk in the room, that you can hang out in the room, that you just can lie down on the floor, and everything is just changing because I mean you're going up and down, and you have this kind of movements. And I mean, it was just amazing for me. I really was thinking, yeah, now this is time. This is really VR is happening now. So it was for me. It was kind of a delightful moment in a way. And for me, it was just like the question: is this really good? Especially, is this good for what the people are developing at the moment? And I just wanted to also have an excuse to play most of the stuff. And because I'm working normally and I don't have time to hang out for such a long time, and also I mean, it's pretty hard, not so hard for me to get all the builds because I'm doing the festival and people are sending me all the time some new experiences, but it's just like having a computer at home, having stuff at home, having the right technology. This was kind of, also I have the space, I mean it was just not doable for me, and also now everything is installed. Now I have everything installed. The lighthouses are installed at the walls, so I'm not spoiled at all after those 48 hours. So basically the idea was, hanging out for longer than 24 hours in reality and virtual reality, and the idea was more like, how is it 10 years from now? Because now everybody's talking, so wow, most of the people are talking, nobody's really developing, everybody knows better than other people, everybody's talking, and I just wanted to say, hey, let's do kind of an art performance and reflect on that, what is happening now, with the technology we have, and just jump into 2026. So, 2026, how will it look like in 2026? So when we were, I don't know what is happening in 2026. I mean, I just had this idea of...
It's really good that you still will live in 2026, because a lot of people were so worried that you were dying or something, that something will happen to you and you will not keep on living again like you used to. So that something will happen to you, which is really bad. So I'm already like really lucky that you will still live in 2026. So.
Yeah, hopefully. It's just 10 years, and then I'm... Okay. Yeah, for me it was, I mean, I'm very experienced in also taking drugs and stuff like that, and I had a lot of LSD LSD trips used, and it was for me just like something like, yeah, this is very, very close. It's more like a sci-fi trip, what I'm gonna do. So it's something like using the technology, not in the way of making business, doing stuff, making some cool development. It's just using the tool to make something like a statement. This is possible. This is possible to really kind of hanging out there for 48 hours and never go back, never come back. And live there and sleep there. And I was... Yes. And I was thinking, I mean, I had a lot of concerns because I mean it's having a long trip in VR. Nobody did it before, so I mean the guy who did this kind of 24 hours thing, but it was not a kind of a reference for me. I was kind of scared in a way because I was not sure, is this gonna be doable? Because I mean maybe I never will come back. Maybe it will change my life. Maybe my eyes will fuck up and everything like that. I was not really sure that this is gonna work. So, but then I was kind of thinking, yeah, I mean, what we are doing now is really cool already. I mean, we have nice experience, but we do something what is a long-term experience is something what even is not developed. So, I mean, it's also, I mean, this is also why Zara was a big part of the whole thing. I mean, she curated a kind of a list of games, sent me all the time in different kind of worlds and experiences, so that I'm not getting too much bored. Because I mean, at the moment, it's kind of everything is out of for sensation. So sensation is the biggest thing in VR. I mean, it's very important because people need to get hooked and teased to have it and to use it. But long time experiences, nothing is done. At the moment, not really. I mean, and it's flat. It's flat. It's basically flat. I mean, it's even when it's 3D, it's flat. It's not. The content is not touchable. I mean, it's nothing, right? I mean, there is nothing what is emotional, so teasing that you want to stay there forever. And so this is something what is actually the reflection. But what I wanted to say, 2026 is something where we have this kind of places. Maybe we have it already, maybe 5 years, where we can go. So kind of these kind of places which are not games you don't try it at home. So I mean it's something like that where you go to a place where you whatever, like a karaoke place, like something like where you can hang out, sleep, or where you can inhale proper CO2.
That was also the thing which we kind of made there in the Game Science Center, because it was something which you can't do on your own. So you need a surrounding that keeps you like calm, but also not makes you like bored out. But it was also the thing that he needed me to be there to keep an eye on him, and for me it was also like somehow guiding a person on a drug trip. It was also the thing, I was worried about so many components, so like, will this game work, so will it make him like nervous, or will it make him like super freaky crazy, or will him bore him out, or something like that, and also if the computer would run all the stuff, so if the computer would actually at least last for 48 hours, or if it would break down or something else happens, and all these things should be in these or will be in the future in these stations where you can go in and you have all that for you. So all the people caring for you, or it doesn't have to be people, but artificial intelligence or something that like keeps your pulse rate and then tells you okay, or takes you into another adventure, another experience, another like grading, color grading or something that keeps you more calm or more excited. Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's something like what is customized, something what is just for you. I mean, you go to someone, to the VR designer or the environment designer, something what is a new word now out there, and you just say, hey, I want to have this trip, I want to meet this kind of people, I want to experience something, I want to get shoot with a rocket to this kind of planet and then I walk around and whatever experience this, and find some other creatures. I mean, this is something what is happening in No Man's Sky, but in a way, this is something what I believe you can really make something like that, even when it's whatever costs this kind of experience, 5,000 euro or 10,000 euro, people will do it. So, I mean, they're definitely going to do it, or they want to meet their whatever their ancestors or something like that, or whatever. I mean, this is something what they can do, and this is what happens 2026, not now. So, and even I don't know if it's happening, but I mean, this is something where I think the possibility is there, and we tested it. I mean, it's doable already with this kind of low-tech thing when we see it in 2026. I mean, when it's low-tech probably, and nobody will wear this kind of huge glasses anymore, so maybe you have sunglasses or even other things. But well, I mean, this is something what is future talk, but I believe that this kind of experience, what we both together, that this is something what will be common in the future. And we also come up with words like VR-naut, I'm the VR-naut, like astronaut or something like that, and we have Sarah as the VR shaman, because we think it's a kind of a trip. You know, you need somebody who's taking care of you. You need somebody who's whatever comes with a stethoscope and just feels like everything, yeah. And
at your back and helps you to live through it, to get food, to get drinks, to just keep some kind of company. So you know there's someone who's caring for me in the real world where I just like left this real world. So but there's still something which keeps an eye on me, which helps me to like proceed in the virtual world.
And absolutely the same thing is with the technology, because I have no clue. I'm not a developer. I have no clue how to really implement everything, and also like when the computer crashes or something like that. I mean, I just learned it now from Sarah, that's in all this kind of bursts, what I have to do, I have it as well at home. But I mean, it's still, it's something what you need an expert for, and who always can react. So Sarah actually also was awake for 48 hours. So this is something what we have to find a kind of an automatism. Maybe we have something what kind of rebooting the machines automatically. Because I mean, this is something what we want to talk about later in 2 hours when we are finished. We did it at a center, at the Game Science Center. The Game Science Center, maybe some of you guys know what's the Game Science Center. You said it already. I mean, this is a future institution, lab, exhibition.
So many experiences that you can try, all interactive, all with different, like with the leap, stuff like that, motion tracking. So they have all this cutting edge stuff and show it to people.
Yeah, it was very, very nice to get hosted there, and so you can do it there, and hanging out there for 48 hours. So they really took care as well, because I mean this is the screen of the streaming. So we had a very, very nice streaming session. So I mean a lot of people just picked it up because we did not a lot of advertising. So it was kind of a viral thing. So it was just like, yeah, it was a complete.
We didn't want to make too much like wind about it, because we didn't know like, okay, maybe it's over after 2 hours or something, and maybe it doesn't work at all or something like that. But
right,
yeah.
that was also this fear, and also this fear was because we both know chat very well. So and he sent me all the glasses, and now I have 2 pair of glasses at home, and he's very, very good for me. But I mean, it's just like, should we tell him what we are doing? Maybe when I'm dying, then HTC fucks up. So this is kind of the thing where I was thinking, yeah, maybe it's not good to tell him. But then, of just a day before the actual experiment, then we just said, yeah, we are using your glasses, and I don't gonna die, and yeah.